video for when you don't want to use your wrists because they hurt or you have an injury, but you still want to do a great yoga workout. So if that sounds like you, let's get started. To begin today's practice, place your blocks at the lowest setting behind you. Then extend your legs out in front of you and draw the blocks slightly in. You want to be able to turn your fingertips so they face down, but you're not putting pressure on your wrists. You're opening up through the shoulders. In fact, if the blocks feel like it's too pressureful, you could totally do this on tented fingers and not put a bend or flexion whatsoever into your wrist. So see what feels right for you. This is an opening of the chest. Sometimes when our wrists are not cooperating with us in the way we'd expected, what can happen is we'll get more tension in the shoulders and the chest. So we know that. So we're just gonna help open through the chest so the rest of our upper body can come back and be present with us in wholeness. So extend through your legs. You wanna engage through your quadriceps. Take 3 more breaths here. Last big breath, inhale. Nice, and exhale it out. Let's come on to seated. You can sit on a blanket if you like. You don't have to. It could be crisscross applesauce, some variation of half lotus, whatever feels right for you. Place your left hand so you're on tented fingers. Again, there's no bending in the wrist in this. Tented fingers on the left side, and you want to kind of grip the mat a little bit so that you can use it as a leverage point as you reach your right arm up and over. Breathing here, and drop that right hip to the floor, right sitting bone to the floor. Opening the side body for 3, 2, and 1. Come on up through center. We'll go to the other side. Right hand down. Lengthening through the left arm. So the whole left outer embankment, left ribs are releasing. Maybe you look down at your right hand. It really depends, like how's your neck feel today? And then work in that kindness, not just lip service to kindness, but actually being kind to yourself by giving yourself the opportunity to relax. And coming back up through center, interlace your hands. If it's okay with your wrist, you'll want to press your fingers into each other, interlocked, and away from the heels of your hands away from you. What you're doing here is a little bit of extension and flexion through the wrist joint, but you're doing so therapeutically. If it feels like too much at any point, you can bend your elbows. That will take a lot of the pressure off because you can see it changes the angle of the wrist. Or you can skip it altogether. So make your choice. Take 2 more breaths in. Last one here, inhale. Exhale, lift both arms up over your head and then take your right hand to the top of the left knee and turn and twist behind you. So your left hand, tented fingers again, or you can place your hand flat on the floor. Really up to you. And beginning to turn, feeling open through the side body. 1 more big breath, inhale. And exhale slowly, come back through center, both arms up to the ceiling, and then we're going to the other side. Left hand on top of the right knee, right hand behind you, and you begin the twist here. And feeling into the ribs, the side body, the fascia, the skin, everything just beginning to release the soft tissue. Relaxing into your pose, and even parts of your body that you didn't expect, they might get tense, like the sides of the face, just seem to let that go. Open the chest a little more, drop the right shoulder blade down the right, down the back. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale it out, very good. So, seated, crisscross applesauce. Right shin is further away than the left. And then just walk your hands out. So you're coming into a stretch, a seated stretch for the back of the body. And walking your fingertips away from you, but then retract a little bit through the shoulders so that you get a nice stretch in your back body. Walk them away a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Relax the sides of the neck. And then walk yourself back. Really good. Hands behind you, open the chest. And then switch your legs. So now your left leg is further away. And then walk your hands out again. So you're stretching open through the back side. Piriform is drop your head. It's fine if you're up here. That's fine. You can always work your way into your pose with your own tempo. Part of what the practice offers us is this opportunity to really come into a space where we recognize, like, this is what works for my soul. This is what works for my body today. And then offering ourselves that with courage. Because sometimes we know what we need. And sometimes it's hard to actually pull it off, you know, you guys? So anyway, this is a chance to just land in your body and offer yourself whatever you need with courage. Go after it. One more big breath. Inhale. Walk your hands back. As you exhale, hands behind you. Open the chest. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to come up to standing. And we're going to come into, you can remove the blocks if they're there. We're going to come into Prasarita Padottanasana stance. So wide-legged stance, kind of for your Prasarita, but we don't have to do that now. I just want to keep the vinyasa out of this flow. Turn your right foot right, and then you can move it so you reposition yourself so you feel like you're set up for warrior two. So you can do it, you know, you can do modified vinyasa if you want, modified high to low plank with your knees down, upward dog if that feels good. But let's just leave the wrists out of it for right now, and we'll focus on doing the standing postures without using the wrists. So arms reach away from you, reverse the warrior, reach up, and then come into Parsva Konasana, side angle lunge, right forearms on the top of the right thigh, nudge it open. Your left hand can be up or over. Maybe if it feels good, you can take a bind, but remember that's definitely going to involve a turning of the wrist. So go with what feels good for you on this fine day that you are practicing yoga with me. Reach a little more with your fingertips. Feel that gorgeous lengthening through the side body. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Core engaged. Inhale. And exhale it out. Last big breath. Inhale. Come on up. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Now here we go. Ready? We're going to straighten out that front leg. Pivot. That's it. And then turn other direction and you're already there. So let's go. Warrior two on the left side without further ado. Reach your arms away from you, land a little more into that left knee, and then reverse the warrior, reaching up and back. Now from here, you come right into your Parsva. So we're keeping it simple, and you know you can take any of this information with you as you move through any practice that you're doing. So the key is to be really listening to what your body needs. Again, if it feels good to do that half bind today, go for it. If it doesn't, skip it, right? Part of the beauty of living our lives now is we choose, right? What works for us, what feels good. So go for that, go for the lengthening. The lengthening is gonna help you release the tension, drop the tailbone, open the finger bones, and breathe for 3. Core engaged every exhale. 2. Push through the outer edge of your back foot. Last big breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Reach up and back. And then let's come to standing. So when we're doing our high to low planks, you also have the opportunity to strengthen your arms and your legs. That's a little piece of it. And also back bend. So with that in mind, I'm going to offer you some other things that are going to get you there without having to put any pressure on your wrists. So send your toes out, heels in for your favorite and mine, horse pose. Might not be your favorite. Probably not mine either, but it's effective. So that's why we do it. So your toes are out, heels are in, and then you bend into your knees and then open them with your hands if that feels okay. So this is also hip opening, but it's quadriceps strengthening. You'll also feel it in your glutes and your hammies, which is always good. And then we talked about what? Opening the chest, right? So you can take your arms and place them opposite elbow, opposite bicep over your ears. to help open through the back body. So I want you, as you're doing this, I want you to imagine, as your knees are opening, that your upper thoracic is moving in, your upper spine is moving in and up a little bit. Take another breath here. If it's too much, you straighten it out, and then you come back in. And then you can lift both arms up to the ceiling. Now, take both hands behind you, interlace your fingertips with one another so the webbing is there, and then open through the elbows. So you're stretching into and giving your upper body a chance to release. You can even massage the back of your head. It's all good. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Sit a little lower if that's okay. 2. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last big breath. Inhale here. Come on up to standing. Pivot. Turn your toes in. Pitch yourself forward. Forward, forward, and down. Hands are down. Head is down. Let your head go side to side, releasing it. And then take a block and you can place it in on any length, right? So if you need a little more space, you're going to be up higher, or you're going to be block flat, left hand on the block. And if that doesn't feel good, you can do this with the fist so that there's absolutely no extension whatsoever in your wrist. It's up to you. And then right arm up to the ceiling. So now you're opening through the side channel, side body, a little bit more. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Relax and pull forward with your chest. Yeah, like you're setting your spine forward. Twist a little more. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, close it up, bend into the left knee, turn your left toes out about 45 degrees, come up onto the right heel. Now you're opening up that inner adductor on the right side. You can push the left knee open. You can drop further down to the floor and just go with what feels right. So if it feels better to extend further and drop yourself down even more, good. If it feels better to stay up, stay up. 2 more breaths. Send your hips back. Core engage. You got this. Pull up through the perineum now. 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Turn your toes in. Keep the right hand down now and lift the left one up on an exhale. So we always want to twist on the exhale. Now lengthen the spine as if you're trying to get your sternum, the top of your chest, away from your hips. Push through the outer edge of each foot. Breathe here. Maybe you look up at your thumb for 3, 2, last big breath. Inhale and exhale, both hands down. And so now you pivot, so your right toes are facing 45-degree angle, bending into your left inner thigh, opening there. Long spine. Inhale. Exhale, that's it. So go to where it feels like you're doing the work you need to do. And if it's too much on the wrist, you certainly can do this with your hands off the floor. And you even can do it with the left foot on the floor. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale both feet. Now turn your feet so they're in, heels out. Interlace your hands if that feels okay with them over your head. Reach up and over, shake your head side to side. 2 more breaths. Pushing into the outer edges of each foot here, really important because it lifts the inner channel of each leg. Last big breath. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, come on up to standing. We're going to come into a eagle pose. So standing on the left foot, lift the right one up and over. Woohoo! Right arm under. So you want to keep your hands kind of lining up as if the palms are going to touch each other. If that doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can open like this or even cross your arms in front of you. I'm going to teach the classic alignment. So you wrap that right toes. Maybe they wrap around. If you come out of the pose and not a biggie, you just go right back into it. Lift the elbows. Breathe here. Pull back through the shoulders for 5, 4, breathing, 3, good, 2, last one. Inhale and exhale, both feet down, Both arms up to the ceiling, breath in. And breath out, keep your arms down alongside you. Stand on the right foot. Let's have that left one up and over. We're doing balance on this side. So feel for it. Walk your forearms away from you, but retract your shoulders back. Pull your core in. It's a fantastic pose. It really can release stuff in the shoulders. Stuck stuff. Gotta let it go. Here we go. 5. Sit a little lower. Send your right shin back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Separate your feet again wide. And then both arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, arms down alongside you. Turn that right foot so you're coming into triangle pose on the right side. Right arm is lifted up, and then we're reaching. Micro bend or larger than micro bend in the right knee. Hand can come to shin or block. I don't want this where people don't put their hand on something because it actually screws up the low back. Your hand should be lightly on something, whether it's a block or your shin, and then the left one is up to the ceiling. Oh man, and just feel that, like enjoy that. Enjoy how that feels through the top of the hip. Gluteus medius is like loving you. Here we go, 5 more breath, inhale. Make it yours, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Here we go, in, out, good. 1 more breath, inhale, and exhale. Come on up to standing, and now we're gonna pivot onto the heel of the left foot. You're gonna come into a crescent lunge, so rearrange your feet to give yourself more base, wider base. Arms reach up, join your hands overhead, and then drop them back behind you so that your thumbs are trying to find the top of your neck, the top of your spine. Open through the elbows. Remember we said we're looking for heart opening. 2 more breath here. Inhale, exhale, breath in, breath out. Really good. Come into a warrior 2 and just hang out with me. So what's happening in this warrior 2 is we're strengthening our arms. As I mentioned, because we're skipping the vinyasa, you're not given that opportunity to strengthen your arms, but you are here. So you can do this with little weights. I don't like that. That's not my thing. But if you're into that, people love it. Like 1 pound weights in each hand, like rocking it, okay? So see if you can isometrically work without weights is great. So that's how I do it, but do what feels right for you. Give yourself 5 more breath here. That's it. Relax the jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Breath out. 2 more. Last big breath. Inhale and exhale. Straighten the front leg out. Let's go to the other side, shall we? So turn that right foot forward. Turn in the left foot toes out. We're going into triangle pose. So micro bend in the knee as you transition. Once you're in it, you can straighten it, but never lock it back. That's good common sense, isn't it? It's good stuff. Lift up with the right hand and then just peel back. So you're trying to move your shoulder blades to the wall or windows behind you, and that can help open up all through the top of the hip. We all need this. It's such a fantastic pose. And as you exhale, pull your navel into the spine. Allow the top of your head to reach forward like it's trying to move slightly away from the base of your neck. Will not get far, trust me. 2 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Last big breath, inhale. Good, bend into the knee, pull yourself up. Let's come into crescent lunge, left side. So you're putting the left foot forward, lift both arms up, and now we're opening into like the upward doggy, right? So we're lifting the chest, you're knitting the lower ribs together, but you're giving the upper spine a chance to breathe. And man, that just lets it go. That helps you release tension, letting all of that just drop away and dissolve. 3 more breath. Inhale, press through the ball of the right foot. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. On this last one, we're going to lift both arms up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart. Warrior 2 is awaiting you. So here we are, we're strengthening our arms. We're lengthening out. It's that long, lean muscle where your body really comes into a place of attunement, a fine-tuning attunement. So let your abdomen hold you steady here as your arms are doing some really important work, really good work. And then release the tension in the sides of your face and breathe. 5. Lengthen and press with your pinky fingers as if they're trying to get away from you. 4. They're moving to the ends of the walls, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Really nice. Reverse that warrior up and back, and then we're going to come up to standing. Feet are hip width distance, both arms up to the ceiling. Breath in and breath out, hands to your heart. Let's find the floor. So coming onto the floor, you can sit on a blanket if that feels good. I'm going to extend the right leg long for Janu Shirsasana. Take the yoga strap if you have it. If not, you can reach with your hands. And we're just going to open up the inner seam of the leg a little bit more, as well as the lower back. If you can, grip and hold on to that yoga strap with the right hand. That's the way to go. Drop the right elbow inside or on top of the right thigh. And you can hang out here. That's great. If you want more, you're going to lift that left arm up, up, up and away. Whoop, over it goes. So really feel for, if you have hold of your toes, that's awesome. And then just go ahead and lengthen out through the side body. Press down through the left sitting bone. Lift a little more. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale here, and then turn to face your right leg. Now you can hold on to it with both hands, or again the yoga strap, and drop your head. You can go all the way down. That's fine if that feels good for you. If it doesn't, don't do it. Not necessary. 2 more breaths. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming up. Let's switch sides. Here we go. Right foot in. Left leg out. Use the strap if you like. Take it around your foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strap in the left hand. Or foot in the left hand, elbow inside or on top of the left leg. And then you reach up and you go, where does it work for me today? Where does it work on this side? And then you breathe into that. So all the while you're dropping the right hip down. Feeling into your own body, allowing your own natural healing processes to awaken, cultivating that beautiful light. It's really, you have the light. It's about just moving the things that sort of dim it or make it foggy. Removing those out of the way so that you can shine just a little bit brighter in each moment. And then go ahead and turn and face your left leg, drawing yourself forward and possibly down. One more big breath. Inhale. And exhale, up we come. Really good. Let's come into a child's pose now. So we're coming into child's. Bring your toes together. Walk your hands all the way over to the left. So you're stretching through the right side. Drop your head. Reach out through the side body. And then come forward and go to the other side. Reaching out a little bit more through the left side. Letting your body land in this pose. Really nice. Come on back. Now take Gomukhasana. We're just going to do the legs. I often teach this just legs anyway, because you can do the arms if that feels right for you, but somehow it takes it off of the lateral stretching of that hip. So right knee is trying to get over that left knee, and then lean forward, forward, forward. Yes. Feeling that deep in the right external rotator, the lateral rotators. You don't even have to go down far to get the benefits of this pose. You can feel it almost immediately. Hands are relaxed or in front of you relaxed. You could do a half pigeon, but the tricky thing is getting into your half pigeon because you'll need a downward dog. Maybe you can do a downward dog, and if you can, then go for it, but this is even more intense. So we're going to switch sides. So let your left knee come on top. You know, and modify as you need to throughout any practice. You know, you can always do that downward dog on the forearms. It's more for the shoulders, but you can totally do that. Get creative. It's kind of fun. It's like you're going to the same place, but you're finding a new way to get there. Relax your shoulders as if someone had a warm blanket and they were just draping it over your shoulders, allowing you to land and drop even more into your pose. And then walk yourself back. Good job. Okay, we're going to lie onto our backs. And I'd like to teach one bridge that doesn't involve interlacing your hands underneath you, which you might be able to do. And if you are, that's fine. But here's another tool in the toolbox, okay? So you'll spin your palms to the ceiling. And you'll feel how that can bring your shoulder blades together towards one another. You can even encourage that by shimmying one shoulder down and then the other. Then with your neck relaxed and your chin dropping slightly, you'll pick your hips up, and there you are, you're in it. So if your hands were down, you can see that kind of promotes a rounding in the shoulders, but we want to get the shoulders open in this pose. Press down through your feet, engage those glutes, engage the butt muscles. You know, it's not a real grip, but it's an engagement which will promote your legs externally rotating, but then we have to consciously internally rotate the legs. So the inner thighs spiral to the floor, glutes are engaged, move the tailbone towards the back of your knees, keep your palms spinning to the ceiling, and act like you're drawing your right thumbs towards the floor. Lift up a little bit more through the chest for 5 and 4, 3, relax the forehead, 2 and 1. Really nicely done. Drop it down. Knees come into your chest, 1 and then the other. You can stay here in Uppanasana or a quick happy baby. Always a good choice, right? So press your hands into your feet and your feet into your hands. Drop your tailbone towards the floor so that the smaller part of your back is on the ground. Breathing in and breathing out. Knees come into your chest and then lengthen them down the mat. You can do any finishing poses that feel right. I'm going to say namaste. I'll encourage you to stay